Hello and welcome to Chuck's Golf Reviews. For the first ever review, we're at McLeods Golf Course, which is about 20 minutes south of Brisbane. Lovely parklands course. It's very hilly, it's up and down. I'm going to show you a few shots from the rest of the course. You decide for yourself what you think of it. Now the course is manicured beautifully. Grass covers almost every inch of it. There's the cut paths between holes are dirt to gravel. The sand bunkers do need a bit of work, as you can see. Some of them have lovely beach sand and some of them have this sort of very fine deco sand. Little bit of inconsistency playing out of there, but all around it's a lovely layout and it's kept and manicured beautifully. You can hear that we're around a lot of wildlife and there's a lot of things going on. We're not too far from the airfield as well, and you might be able to hear that. There's lovely water accents everywhere with lily pads. Beautiful, lovely grass. The whole fairway is covered very well. It's undulating and almost every shot is either up or downhill. Let's see if I can get this close. You can see the hills behind me with some of the biggest houses around this area leading up through the hills to Mount Cootha, where you can see a lot of the radio towers and things like that. This is positioned in the middle of a suburban area, so you wouldn't even know it's here. It's at the foot of a hill and it wraps around some of the river over the back near West Lakes. This is an underrated, unknown course and it has massive potential. Around $1,600 per year from full membership. Now, this is a ladies members course only, but men can be members here or associate members. They call them fellows. The fellows aren't members, they don't have voting rights, but you can play just as you would play anywhere else. It's a ladies run, operated course, and I think it's great. Some of the downsides to that, if you're a man, is that on Mondays they have dedicated ladies comps. A lot of the tee times on certain days, say for example on a Saturday, I think between 8 and 10 is ladies only. So they get priority here, but you get to play at this fantastic course that is manicured just lovely. It has some wonderful features, some really long par fives that you just have to hit straight lines. There's something to challenge you on every shot, and you've really got to learn to turn the ball and hit your lines here. It is more important than anything else you can do here is hit your lines. Meterages count obviously, but hitting a line is where it's at. You have to turn the ball right, left, know when to lay up, know when to go for it. And there's so many risk-reward holes. They put so many sand traps and water traps and hazards and things like that right in the right location to test your ability all the time. You'll see that we're in amongst the mountains, and that's true for the rest of the course. I think there's only a few flat-lying holes on the whole course. The fairways are still generous, but this really adds, these tight lines really add to sort of how you go about playing this course. Play conservatively and play quite well. But if you were to go at it and you were having a great day hitting your lines and hitting your numbers, I'm sure you could shoot well under your handicap here. But on the flip side, if you just catch a couple bad breaks on a hill that doesn't catch you, or you don't make your meterage, or you don't hit your line especially, you're going to shoot over your handicap every day of the week. This is a testing course. Its slope rating is 131 off the whites, and I think it's 134 off the competition markers, the blues. So it is tough, it is testing, and it will test the best players. If we look at the standard slope rating of 113, you take your handicap, say we're off 15, or say we're off 10, we divide that by 113 and we times it by the 131, and that is the daily slope, that is the daily handicap that you will get to play this course. So it's always going to play a bit more than your AGU handicap. Say you're off 15, you'll probably play off 17. That's how hard this course plays. But it's lovely. It's a true test of golf, and it will test you. The course has a lovely little pitch and putt area that's sort of hidden away in between the fountain and a few holes. There's sort of 4 holes that back up against it. Got a bunker with some lovely sand to get out of, and a nice little green. There's also a practice facility just over there. It only offers a 200-meter shot, so you can't hit your drivers, but you can certainly hit, for ladies, you can certainly hit the majority of your shots at that. Now I'm setting up on the par 5 third hole. It's 460 meters, but there's real risk reward because it's water that runs all the way to the green. It's a big dogleg, right? I'm hanging it out near the top white tree. I usually really like to start it with the cup. My lav mic. Fire's getting low. I'm going to go a little bit more ambitious over the edge of this tree that you can see on the right of the screen. I'm going to put it over the top of that with a little tiny draw, and hopefully we can get home to the green in 2 with a nice 4-iron in from there, cutting around the corner. Let's see how we go. That's a lovely shot. That's an absolute rocket of a shot. So here I am with the next shot. Got about 180 meters in. Perfect tee shot. Leaves me a nice shot into the green. It's below my feet, so I've got to stay down, but try and hit a little bit of a draw to straighten it up. Good shot. We're left with a little test on this par 5 to just get up and down. Right underneath the hole and put in for an easy birdie, hopefully. Well, I've left it on the hole. Hopefully I've got an easy putt up. Now, this hole used to be a double green down to I think the 7th or the 6th hole there. I'm glad they got rid of it because I'm not a fan of double greens. An easy par on a tough hole. I'm not unhappy with that. Although this is a very challenging course and I find it very physically demanding as well as mentally demanding because you're walking up and down hills all day. You're always being challenged by a bit of wind, whether you're on the top of a tee block shooting down to a green or you're up into the wind through this valley along the edge of the hills here. It is always challenging, and it certainly earns its slope rating of 131 off the whites and 134 off the blues. But although I've played it many times now in competitions, I always shoot around my handicap. I never have blowouts around here. Maybe it's because I play conservative, but I like to think that I give a couple holes that are risk-reward shots, a real go for their money. I think you just judge the risk around this course. I think you have to hit your lines, and if you're not, you play wide. Because as you can see behind me, the fairways are very generous. There's room to land, and if you see in the trees on the side, they're clumped together in parts. So you can get out of them, as opposed to say somewhere like Gales, where you just have to pitch out. You can shoot over these, they're not too large at the moment, and you can still have a shot on the green. This makes this course manageable. And for someone who's got a wide variety of shots in their bag, I think you will have a great time and a great outcome when you play a competition here. It is lovely and green, and this is something to behold, guys. All the facilities are fantastic. The clubhouse is lovely. The prices are good. And I think at $1,600 this is priced exactly where it needs to be, especially 20 minutes from the heart of the city. This is a fantastic course, and above it's others in surrounding areas. I give this an 8.5 out of 10, just for the pure cleanliness, the maintenance they do to this place. So there are some features that knock it down to that 8.5 that would normally make it a 9, and that is the bunkering. They need to fix that up. They're inconsistent at times, and some of the pathways between holes. There are some weeds in areas, but the greens are lovely. The landing zones for the fairways, lovely. Nice, thick, straight pile grass, and it plays well. Guys, thanks for watching Chuck's Golf Reviews. Check out more reviews on courses and a few other things coming very soon. Let me know where you want me to go and review, and thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, and comment. I love reading that stuff, and tell me what you think of McLeods Golf Course, because I think it's great.